Okay, everyone, I'm being serious, by the way. I want to see your teeth. Every one of you. Oh, you all have them, most of you. Let me see those teeth. I'm serious, by the way. An inviting smile can disarm the seller at the door before you even shake their hand. You should be as focused on building trust and rapport and show up on time. How do you look? We talked about this day one. Does it matter? Well, of course, we judge people based on everything they want to show us. Well, this is a little silly. I like to have fun. I like to go to the clubs, right, and have fun. You can tell by my shirt, right, Mike? How you act in your own personal life is not how you act at work. And you need to think about your social media and what you put out there to the world, right? How we look to the world. In St. Louis, a polo shirt is sufficient to make me look presentable and respectable. In the summer, you better believe I'm wearing shorts. I have found that wearing athletic shoes is just fine. Nice pair of tennis shoes works just fine. Flip-flops, I question, but that's up to you. If you're in Florida, you can probably wear flip-flops, no problem. I think wearing a suit and tie is not only unnecessary, but in my area, it would probably turn people off. Look at Mr. Fancy Pants over here. You have to know your area and present yourself accordingly. Do you smoke? Cigarettes I'm talking about? If you burn one down right before you get out of your vehicle, they can smell it. It can turn people off immediately. What message are you sending? Pull your pants up, brush your teeth, smile, don't smell. Is this pretty obvious? I don't even know why I have to write this down, but I do. Be better than your competition. Remember my picture of my brother-in-law with his check? He would go to the RIAs and he's like, why does everyone look like a bike messenger here? Like backpacks and hoodies and just it's a younger, this wholesaling thing. We draw an older crowd. I'm glad I draw an older crowd. You're more cut out for what I'm teaching you than the 22-year-old trying to get into real estate. So I'm glad you guys are here. Our credibility folder, we haven't talked about that much. It's a super powerful tool, and we're going to talk about that today. It will set you head and shoulders above your competition, not only for your senior living leads, but every house you buy. In my credibility folder, I have a state-issued special sale contract. I have a fresh proof of funds. If your proof of funds is from 2017, it's time to get a new one, guys. I have a document that reviews what happens next in the sale. I buy houses monthly. I have for 20 years. The family that you're buying from might not have done a transaction since 1973 when they bought the house. They have no idea what's going to happen next. You want to save yourself from phone calls about what happens next? Create your document that says what happens next, literally what happens next. I have a trusted vendors page with partners who buy old records. You guys all have Ron Ramey's number now. You have a guy that buys old records nationwide. I have a guy that picks up automobiles, manages estate sales, specializes in clean out. I do before and after pictures. I do the Who We Are page with a team picture, and my business card is attached to the flap. I also have a simple 4 steps to cash illustration that shows how easy this process can be. So guys, does how you look matter? It does. Sometimes rightfully so, and sometimes it's not good, but that's just the way the world is. What free thing can you do to build trust before you even walk through the door? During COVID, I'd walk up to the front door and before I got there, I'd pull it down and I'd say, hey, I just want you to see there's a real person behind this, right? I hated that whole era, so hopefully that's over.